I'm Zach Smith from Route 113 Boat Sales, and today we're on the brand new Cobia 285cc. We're going to take a walk around and show off all the great new features Cobia has engineered into this boat and show you why we are so excited for this at Route 113 Boat Sales. Starting in the transom on the Cobia 285cc, a couple cool things to point out back here. We've got twin 300 XSB Yamahas with the integrated steering. Having that integrated steering allows us to do a really nice swim platform area that you can walk across easily. We've optioned this one with the C-deck, so it's a nice soft area with good grip. And again, super wide footpath there. In the back here, we have a boarding ladder with a lid that flips over top of it, so if the ladder is not in use, it extends this platform to make boarding and disembarking the boat really easy. Coming up over here, we have a freshwater shower, so if you are getting back in the boat from swimming, you can hose the salt off of you. And then last but not least, we have an inward folding transom door, which is important to note because with an inward folding door, it creates a closed transom here. So if you were to take a wave over the transom, if you're out in rough water, this is going to stop water from entering the boat. With an inward swinging door, it'll just push that through and end up getting a lot of water in the cockpit. As we move up into the cockpit on the Cobia 285cc, a couple things to point out here. Over on this port side under the covering board, we have a speaker and our raw water washdown. We have a double deck drain in this rear corner. As we come across, we have this big oversized Cobia seat here. And this is nice because it's extra deep with this fold-in platform. With this backrest that flips up, you get a much more comfortable seating position than a lot of the competition. And this thing stows by flipping this up, flipping this down, and dropping that down, and you'll notice that all your cushions are protected. They fold in, cushion side in, and create a really nice finished area here. Up above that, we have our live well. And this is a real deep, big, blue lighted live well. Coming over one from there, we have our bait prep station with a cutting board in there and a bucket right below it. That drops right in there. And then as we come across, we've got another rod holder, cup holder, dual USB charger with both USB-A and USB-C. Right below that, we have a speaker, freshwater washdown, and last but not least, the deck drain for the other side, which is another double drain. So underneath that beautiful seat on the back of the Cobia 285cc, we have our bilge access. This whole thing is hinged. This is a trademark on all Cobias, 24 feet and up, and gives a great access to your bilge area. So you've got your fuel water separators right up there and easy to get to. All your through hull Apollo valves, again, easy to get to. All labeled. Every through hull in this boat is bonded, so there's green wires running around. All go back to a ground strap and protect all the metal from electrolysis. All your wiring down here has heat shrink labels on it, so you know what it goes to. And again, just a really tidy, easy place to work if you need to get down inside of here. Additionally, down here, we have a bucket holder, our windshield wiper fluid reservoir. Again, easy to get to, protected, and out of the way. As we move up the starboard side on the Cobia 285cc, a feature that everyone's been asking for is this side entry door, and we've added it on this boat. This door is a little bit different than most of our competition's door, and this is a one-piece vacuum-assisted resin-infused door. So what that means to you is this entire door assembly was built as one congruent piece. Most of our manufacturers use a two-piece door that has a lid and then a swing piece. And the problem with that is you basically are taking two halves of fiberglass and gluing them together, and they're kind of hollow in the middle. This being a solid piece, you're gonna be a lot less likely to get cracking and issues of that nature with this door. Big oversized hinge, we got a magnet there to hold it open and big oversized hinges there. As you flip that back, the magnet keeps the door open, so it's not swinging around on you. Additionally, we have a drop-in ladder right here that drops into that spot. So if you're boarding in and out the side, it makes it super easy and a usable piece of the boat. And then last but not least, we changed the hinge point on this starboard side fish box. And what that allows for is if you are using this as a cooler, you can actually reach in from the outside and get drinks out while you're hanging out at the sandbar with the family or something like that. And then there's removable dividers, so if you do want to use this as a fish box, you still can. It's still very deep, it's still macerated, but it gives you that option to use it as a drink box should you want to. Coming up to the leaning post in the new Cobia 285cc, this is an area we put a lot of thought and effort into. So down here, we've got 6 rod holders on the leaning post. We have 5 rod holders overhead. Coming below that, we have 2 cup holders, one on either side. Inside of here, this is a good testament to the attention to detail. We have a little storage cubby with a dual USB charger right there. And if you notice, that door is actually notched, so the wire can run out and you can store your phone in this here pocket. As we move over from there, we have a little tackle storage area with dual plano boxes. And then underneath of that, we have a cutting board that pulls out and drops in and locks. So if you are out fishing, you can use this area to prep bait, or you could use this as a drink prep station if you're hanging out at the sandbar. That slides back in, that flips back up. Knife and plier holder right there, built in. Little drawer storage underneath of that. And last but not least, on the leaning post here, we have a pull-out angle cooler that's branded with the Cobia logo there. And that slides right back in and locks real easy, no buttons, no power, nothing like that. Just nice, easy pull latch. And then underneath of here, we have our extra large macerated fish box that starts up here and runs all the way back after the actual door. You'll notice this recessed gasket here with a big lip and a drain dedicated there, so you won't get water pulling down inside of there. That's something we do on all of our hatches on the Cobia boats. That then drops back down, twists and latches, and you can actually hear it compress down on that gasket. And then up underneath of here, we have our rod racks for gaffs or rods that run up into the gunnel. And last but not least, we have a tow rail. And the cool thing with this tow rail is it's supported by this rod rack. So if you are using it actually as a tow rail to lean over and hold yourself in, it doesn't flex like a lot of them do. It's solid all the way through. Moving up to the front side of the leaning post on the Cobia 285cc, we have these two big, beautiful LeBrock Helm chairs with Cobia logos emblazoned there in this hexagonal stitching pattern that we're carrying throughout our model lineup now. Fold down bolsters and armrests on both sides. These are also sliding seats that move forward and aft. And then when you hop up here, you've got a nice big footrest up top where you can sit with your feet flat there, which makes for a very comfortable seating position. And then below that, we have another footrest that allows you to stand kind of up. Use this as a leaning post to get a better view of what you're doing, a little bit better seating position for running the boat. When that flips back up, you'll see down over here, we have our electrical distribution panel, which has all of our breakers, switches, and battery switches to make operating this boat a breeze and easy accessible every morning when you get on. Moving up to the helm on the Cobia 285cc, a lot of great new stuff to point out here. So we spent a lot of time in the design of this boat creating homes for absolutely everything. So starting up top, we have a dedicated place for our VHF radio. Mic hanger goes right there. Inside of our electronics box, you got some storage and access to your fuses and all that. Beautiful glass windshield with forward opening vent. Coming down below that, we have a little glove box on top of the dash with storage. Compass centered right up front there. Black acrylic with twin Garmin 16-inch screens inset into it flush, which creates a really sharp look. Coming right below that, we have a Yamaha CL 5 gauge. All of our switch gear right next to there with dual bilge pumps with dual indicator lights for the bilge pumps. And the cool thing with this is while you're running the boat, we set it up so that your windshield wiper vent and windshield washer fall easily to hand while you're running it, which are things you would actually operate while you're driving the boat. Right next to that, we have our Bennett trim tab controls with indicators. As we come below our steering wheel here, we've got start-stop buttons in our lanyard for our Yamaha system. Beautiful Edison steering wheel. JL Audio Media Master 105 stereo controller for this great stereo on this boat that has 10 speakers, 2 amps, and 3 subwoofers as standard. And then coming over here, last but not least, we have dual cup holders up on this flat surface here. You got a place to throw your drinks. Right below that on this dash, we have our glove box with USB chargers in there. So you can charge your phone right there. And then below that, we have nice footrest and a lower footrest to make driving on this boat very comfortable. Coming up to the front side of the console on the Cobia 285cc, a couple great things to point out here. This is our new tempered glass windshield that's going out throughout the Cobia model lineup. So we've got a forward opening vent as opposed to an inward opening vent like we used to have. The nice thing with this is it pulls the window in along this gasket, which creates a better seal than what we've had in the past. Additionally, below that, we have a double arm windshield wiper, which is really nice. It has an oversized windshield blade and windshield washer, so you can clean this area off if you're running. Up above you, you have dual JL audio speakers with a spreader light and a courtesy light right there. And then below that, we have another LeBrock backrest with that beautiful hexagonal pattern we're doing on all of our boats. Cobia logo right there. And then down below that, we have our cooler access. This drains out onto the deck, but is an insulated cooler with storage for our bow sunshade right there. Coming around the front of the console on the Cobia 285cc, these forward entry head designs are something we've really become known for at Cobia, and we've redesigned it on the 285 and the 265 to make it a little bit more ergonomic. So what we did is we moved the toilet into this corner. We've got a sink over here, toilet paper holder over here to my left, and then what that allowed us to do is create wider steps for entry and exit in here. So you've got great headroom. I can stand up fully inside of here. It's over 6 feet of headroom. Then as you step up, you've got nice wide steps here that can actually fit my full foot. As before, it was like a 4-inch step and wasn't all that comfortable. So by doing this new U-shaped design, we've created a much more ergonomic entry and exit. Additionally, in here, you have a mirror up top with electronics access behind that. All of our breakers for our switchgear over on the right-hand side there. And last but not least, that red switch is the battery switch for our trolling motor. Moving up the starboard side on the Cobia 285cc, a couple of cool things to point out here. If you notice, this bolster is recessed in, so this looks like one contiguous piece. But when you lift this out and drop it in out here, we have our fold-out bow backrest, which creates a really nice seating position here. Additionally, we got rid of our upper grab rail to give a little bit higher back for when you're sitting here. But below that, we have a grab rail inserted here with dual USB charger. Plenty of leg room so you can sit here comfortably. This passenger has a cup holder that falls easily to hand and their own dedicated rod holder here. As we move forward, we'll notice speakers on both sides, cup holders on both sides, and then 2 more rod holders up front. Beautiful hexagon pattern continued up here like we saw in the back. And all these cushions here are easily removable. So if you are out fishing, you can take this all, put it down in the console and stow it. You don't have to worry about covering this area or getting blood on any of your cushions while they're not in use. Additionally, up here, we have our bow sunshade receivers right here on both sides. So that clips on the front of the hardtop, poles drop in there and shades this entire front area on the boat. Another great feature in the bow of the Cobia 285cc is this electrically operated bow table. This rises out of the floor and creates a nice dining area if you're hanging out with the family, having a picnic on the water. And additionally, it will drop down to cushion level, and there's a bow filler cushion that snaps to this that allows for this whole bow area to become a beautiful day bed. That's actually a really usable space if you're out at the sandbar and you want to get some sun or something like that. Really nice feature. And the best part about this is it drops back in the floor flush, so if you're not using it, you don't even know it's here. Moving all the way up in the bow on the Cobia 285cc, a couple great things to point out. First and foremost, this bow filler panel is removable, which makes it for very easy access up into the bow. So you can walk all the way up here and access your windlass anchor locker compartment. You've got a Lumar free-fall windlass with cleat and raw water washdown right there. Additionally, you have a grab handle to hold onto if you're up here fishing. Cleats on both sides, rod holders on both sides. And then last but not least, we have our sunshade pole holders right there for the bow sunshade. Additionally, over on this side, this boat is pre-wired for a rode-in trolling motor. It's got dedicated battery storage and charger already from the factory, so if you want to add a trolling motor, it's very easy to do. Additionally, this area has been reinforced with aluminum to make it sturdy enough to take the large trolling motors that we're putting on boats today. Thanks for checking out the Cobia 285cc with us. We're really excited about it at Route 113 Boat Sales, and if you want to come by and check it out, check the link in the bio, set up an appointment. We can take it for a sea trial, or just check out the brand new Cobia 285cc. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more great videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.